Sup lads, welcome back to another video. Now today, looking at Southampton's summer 2021 transfer window. Obviously the window shut 2 days ago now, so we're looking at all our business, all the incomings, all the outgoings, and it has been a pretty dramatic summer, pretty action-packed summer. Big players leaving, big players coming in. We're going to be going through it all today, so stick around and let's get straight into it. So we're going to start off with the incomings. First player we're talking about is Romain Perrault, coming on the 2nd of July from the French league, Stade Brestois. Came in for a fee of £10.8 million, getting all these fees from Transfermarkt, by the way. So they're no measure all source I know, really. So obviously came in to replace Ryan Bertrand, who's a player we'll talk about in a minute. But he looks right in his first 2 games. Nothing really bad, but nothing really excellent either. Was dropped for the third game, not dropped. I think he actually picked up a bit of a knock. But Walker Peters and Livramento both, I think, need to fit in this side somehow. So Romain Perrault is going to have to put up a big shift if he's going to claim a starting spot. And I think he's got the quality to do that. Was one of the best left backs in the French league last year, and he's got a contract till 2025. So he's with us for a good long while, and I think he could end up being a very good replacement for Ryan Bertrand. Second player, we're going to be talking about our biggest arrival in terms of fee paid for this summer, and probably player as well, Adam Armstrong from Blackburn Rovers. Obviously a replacement this time for Danny Ings, who, again, another player we'll talk about in a minute. But pretty much ruined him most of the summer. When they had a transfer battle with Palace, also ended up getting Edouard, I think Brighton as well, but they ended up getting no one really in Norwich as well, and Watford I think were in there at some point. But saw the light, obviously came to us, got a goal in his debut, but hasn't got one since then. Did win a penalty against Newcastle in the last minute, and also got pretty much the assist for the Man United goal. So he started off very brightly, definitely. Signed on the 10th of August, striker. 24 years of age and another contract until 2025. So hopefully with us for the foreseeable future. And again, had a very promising start to life in the Southampton shirt. Lianzo, next player we talk about, our last arrival in the window, coming on the 25th of August from Torino for £6.75 million. I would like to say the Yannick Vestergaard replacement, but I wouldn't call him a quote-unquote replacement. I think he was just Vestergaard left. I think Salisu, I think he's going to pretty much be the Vestergaard replacement. I've been very impressed by him so far this season. But Lianzo haven't played yet, but I guess he will probably make his debut in that West Ham game after the international break, in some way, shape or form. Looks solid, coming from Torino, 24 years of age and a contract until 2025. Looks a beast, to be honest, so hopefully he can be a beast for us on the pitch, and hopefully can fill in some Yannick Vestergaard shoes, and to be fair, Salisu and Stevens have started the season off quite good, so he'll find it quite hard to get in between those two, especially Salisu. As I said, Salisu starts off the season fantastic, but and the fourth player we're talking about, arguably the most impressive so far, Tino Livramento, coming in for Chelsea, £5.31 million, 18 years of age, already called up to the England under-21 squads for the international break. What a start to life he's had in the Southampton shirt. Fantastic against Everton, fantastic against Man United, man of the match performance, and good against Newcastle as well. So great start to life. I mean, he's pretty much kicked Walker Peters out of the team. We're not entirely, because he did play against Newcastle, but Walker Peters for me was our best player last year. So it takes him 18 years of age to do that. Fantastic man of the match performance against Man United. Fantastic start to life. Contract till 2026, but I do believe Chelsea have inserted, I think, a 25 million buyback clause. Wouldn't be surprised they're paying that next summer, but we need to make the most of him whilst we have him, because he is a fantastic player. Maybe become the new Luke Shaw, I guess you look at it that way, albeit he's not come through the academy as he's done from Chelsea, but young fullback and definitely one to watch out for. Theo Walcott, the next player, pretty much a dead certain one we knew from pretty much start of last season. Coming in from Everton on loan last year, his contract expired there, and we got him on a free deal. Can't argue with that. 32 years of age, by far the oldest player we bought in this summer, the only one over 24. Contract until 2023 as well, so that's an extra 2 years. I can't see him playing too much in these last 2 years. I think he'll be a bit part player, used here and there, but haven't been too impressed with him since he's come back from Everton last year. Was a bit hit and miss and quite injury prone as well, which is what you come to expect from Walcott now. But hopefully he sees out the last 2 of his years of his contract here. He'll probably retire after that. Maybe he can fulfill a coaching role after that in his career here. So I think good to bring him for experience, and you can't really go wrong with a free signing at the end of the day. Next player we're going to talk about, Thierry Small, brought him from the Everton Academy, 17 years of age, again yet to make a first team appearance, but I guess he'll be playing for the B team for them most of the start of the season. Not sure what the fee paid was. I'm sure we'll find out at some stage. But contract till 2024, which is the longest you can give a contract for a player so young at 17 years of age. You sound very confident in his interviews that he has given with the club. So again, hopefully that's a good sign. And yeah, looks like a great young player. Bought in 24th of August, a day before the Anso deal was completed. So yeah, hopefully definitely one for the future. And the final one, a loan deal for Armando Broja from Chelsea. Already scored 2 goals in the Carabao Cup for us in midweek. Made his Premier League debut against Newcastle as well on the weekend. So yeah, I think he'll be a great option off the bench. You know, if we're trailing a game, if we need another guy, I think he'll be a great option. He's quite tall, so to get him in the box, I think he'll be great. And you know, maybe if Adams and Armstrong are struggling or get injured at one point in the season, I think he's knocking on the door for them. So I think he'll be an interesting name to watch this year. 19 years of age, only a 1-year loan as well. But I doubt it will get him beyond this season. I think he'll be going back to Chelsea after this year. But who knows? Maybe we can get him on another loan next year. But I can't see a permanent deal going over there. So. Also, Denel Mayer was another name brought in, but I didn't really talk about him that much just because he's mainly brought in for the B team, but definitely one to watch out for in the future. Another player from Chelsea Academy, would you believe? But yeah, total amount spent was £38.97 million that window. So now we can talk about the outgoings. There was quite a few. The first one, the big name, of course, Danny Ings leaving on the 4th of August to join Aston Villa. A deal that literally came out of nowhere, didn't it? I remember just looking at my phone and notification popped up. Aston Villa complete Danny Ings signing, and I just remember being so shocked about it because it came out of nowhere. But a very good fee, I think £32 million. I know he's a good player, but 29 years of age, injury prone. Last year of his contract, so I think that's a fantastic deal. Started off very good at Aston Villa as well, so you can't argue with that. But yeah, to get £32 million for him, I think we couldn't have asked for anything more at the end of the day. To be honest, I think a bit of that fee went to Liverpool because they had a sell-on clause when we bought him from them. But, you know, still to have that amount of money is great. Yannick Vestergaard, another big departure, £16 million to Leicester. Completed just a week after Ings on the 13th of August. 29 years of age, well, same as Ings, so, you know, maybe you could argue maybe that's a good deal, and I think Vestergaard won't be as big as lost as Ings. He's probably our best centre-back last year, to be fair, but I think Salisu is already looked like he's already exceeded Vestergaard, especially with his start to the season, but yeah, I think £16 million decent again for playing the last year of his contract, 29 years of age. I think he's already injured at Leicester though, so that's not the best of starts, but yeah, again, last year's contract, and I think he wanted a bigger challenge anyway. So you know, you don't want players that don't want to be at your club on your books, do you? So I think that's good to get £16 million for him. Angus Gunn, next player, a bit of a deadwood. To be fair, we'll get on to more players in a minute, but we did ship out a lot of deadwood this year, which is what the club needed to do. Angus Gunn being one of them. I don't think really played at all since conceding the 9 goals and the 9-0 defeat to Leicester. Gone to Norwich, where he played on loan from Man City before for £5.27 million. I believe we paid about £15 million from though, so it's a big loss. But you know, it's good to just get players off the book. 25 years of age as well. But yeah, it's good to just get these players off the book, no matter for what money loss really. So again, good to get him off the books. Alex Yankovic, next we can talk about moving to Young Boys for about £1 million. Bit of a disappointing one this, considering, you know, I think Ralph didn't really rate him that much and he wanted game time. He wanted to leave after not playing that much, which I think is fair enough. He's been Champions League football now with Young Boys as well, so fair play to him for that. Only 19 years of age, so a bit of a disappointing one to lose him, but I don't think Ralph rated him that much, so he's left the club. Mario Lemina, another centre midfielder, another bit of deadwood as well, off to Nice for £4.95 million. Again, a big loss on him in terms of fee paid to fee got for him, but again, it's a bit of deadwood off the books at the end of the day. I'm pretty sure he was in the last year of his contract as well, so yeah, he's gone to Nice for £4.95 million. He's just one of those players that can put in a man of the match performance one day and missing the next week. He was one of those. But I don't think Ralph likes those. I think he likes consistent, hard-working players, and Lamina definitely didn't suit his system. So he's off to Nice. Ryan Bertrand, a bit disappointing to lose him, but we've known for ages he was losing him. Obviously, in the last year of his contract, didn't renew, went to Leicester on a free transfer, but you know, fantastic servant to the club, 7 years here, and was probably one of our most consistent performers over that time. And yeah, a bit disappointing to lose him considering he was at the club for so long, but 32 years of age, so maybe it was the right time for him to go from us. So yeah, he went to Leicester for free. Another bit of deadwood leaving. Wesley Hoyt went to Anderlecht. Again, another player brought in for a big fee and flopped. So the last couple of years out on loan, but not actually sure what the fee was. But yeah, went to Anderlecht quite early on in the window. Callum Slattery, another one, youth academy player, went to Motherwell. Again, not sure what the fee was for that one. Again, we spent the last couple of years on loan, 25. He's not going to really get into the first team, let's be real here. So off to Motherwell. And I think the most disappointing deal in terms of potential fee is actually Michael Obafemi. The deal went through on deadline day for 1.5 million, potential rising to £2 million in add-ons. Yeah, I'm very disappointed by that. I thought Obafemi definitely had a future as obviously youth academy graduate, but it wasn't meant to be. I don't think Ralph rated him too highly at the end of the day. And yeah, in the last year's contract, I said, deadline day is the last chance we could have got any fee for him. So 1.5 million, but I still think we maybe could have put him out on loan. I think, but again, I don't think Ralph rated him that highly, which I think is a shame considering only 21 years of age. And yeah, to lose him for such a small fee, I think Swansea have a very good player on their hands. That's all I'll say, and I won't be surprised to see him back in the Premier League in a couple of years. So good luck to Michael Obafemi at Swansea. The last player, a loan deal out, Dan and Landulu joining Lincoln, another striker gone, but again, this one only on a loan. But to Lincoln, I don't think he's actually played yet there. So, yeah, I think it's good to get him some first team action out on loan because he wasn't going to get it this year, I don't think. So, yeah, that was their last loan deal. Also had some other players even on loan. I think like Kane Ramsey have gone on loan, and a few others as well. But I don't think I didn't have time to talk about all of them, to be honest. So total made in transfer fees of £57.74 million. If you add up all of them, obviously Danny Ings, some of that money went to Liverpool. But if we count all the total transfer fee and the paid and total transfer fees coming in, we actually made a profit of 18.77 million. Which was the most. I saw this graphic on Sky. We had the lowest net spend in the division. We had a £25 million profit. So I do fully expect that money to be reinvested somewhere. That's youth academy, facilities, or just in January on a number 6 or even a goalkeeper. I think a goalkeeper was desperately needed this summer, but it wasn't meant to be at the end of the day. And I think at number 6 we wanted to bring in as well, which I think would have been crucial considering we have Ward-Prowse. I know he pretty much plays every game, but you got Romeo and you got Ibrahim Diallo. That is it for central midfield options. We have nothing else really. I know Armstrong can play there, Stuart Armstrong can play there, but he has been injured, I think, for the majority of the start of the season. So, but again, he can play there. But I'd rather have him out on the wings. But I think maybe we could have bought in a number 6 on deadline day. Apparently Weston McKennie was available. I think I would love to see him come in, but again, wasn't meant to be at the end of the day. And I would like to see at least probably 10 million of that reinvested in January, and maybe the other 8 million going into club facilities, youth academy training, stuff like that. So overall, out of 10, I'd probably give this window a 7.5, maybe a 7. I'll give it a 7 just because, we did lose with star players like Ings and Vestergaard, but we invested well in younger players like Ian Armstrong, Roman Perot, Lianzo, Livramento, and we're going back to our club roots a bit, bringing in players, younger ones are like the Livramentos, your Smalls, and, hopefully selling them on for bigger prices in the future, which I think, is a good thing in some ways because our transfer business over the last few years have been very poor, like Carrillo, Hoyt, Lamina, all bought in for big fees and all pretty much going for nothing really. So I think it's good to go back to our roots in terms of that approach, but we'll see how these signings all cope out. I think maybe it could have been pushed up to 8 or even a 9, maybe if we bought on the likes of a goalkeeper, as I said, or a number 6. But apparently our goalkeeper's the number 1 priority for next summer. So, but maybe we can get one in January. I think we will get a number 6 in January. Maybe we can do another loan deal like I did with Minamino last January. I can maybe see an Oxlade-Chamberlain coming back in January or something if he's available by Liverpool. But we'll have to wait and see, won't we? Pretty much a good window, a solid window. But yeah, that's going to have to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. The comments are unable. Let me know what you thought of this transfer window. Who should come in? Who should have gone? Are you happy? What and all that jazz. But yeah, remember to subscribe if you are new around here and leave a like. I do match reactions as well on this channel if you are new around here. And yeah, I'll probably resume these videos in January, all the transfer talk videos. So yeah, so thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you soon.